Hey everybody, it's nature time. Back in high school, I had this teacher for US history, and we talked about this movement, this farmers movement back in the early 1800s. And one of the phrases that I remember was, the closer to the sod, the closer to God. And you know, maybe they had something. Maybe there is a need to kind of look back and see, can we get more connected to nature? Costa Rica has some really beautiful nature. You can kind of see it's in the middle of a lot of forests. There's a lot of greenery around here. And it's something that I got to explore. In Monteverde, they have this thing called a cloud forest, which is neither a rainforest nor a regular tropical forest. And it's where you can find some animals you can't find anywhere else. I had the opportunity to go on a couple of hikes throughout this cloud forest, both during the day and also at night. And you got to see a bunch of different sorts of birds, lots of different plants, and different types of animals that you never could see outside of a forest like this. For example, this is a coati. It's a part of the raccoon family, and we thought there was only one, but then... Dos. Yeah. And then...
The whole family.
Yep.
There's so many.
We were very lucky to see so many coati in one place. This was a whole family. Plus, just listen to how cute they sound. But what about the animals that lived up in trees? We couldn't see them so closely.
Here's where the scope is really useful. Not a jaguar. Not kidding.
So through the telescope, we were able to see a number of different animals that we could never have seen otherwise. For example, this baby sloth and its mother. It's very rare to see sloths on the ground. Usually they live high up in trees, and this is why we needed a telescope to be able to see them so closely. In fact, it's also very rare to see a baby with its mother, because their gestation period is, I think, over 11 months long. So almost a year. And to be able to see one like this, we were very fortunate. But as the sun sets, a different set of animals appears in the forest. This was my night hike. And this is what we got to see in the cloud forest at night. Tarantulas. And can you even see what animal this is? Well, just wait a second. Yep, that's a scorpion. And of course, you can't forget poisonous frogs and snakes.
What's the name of it again? Eyelash palm tooth viper. Well, sorry, because this is my favorite, and I think this is the best morph ever on them. Beautiful. Oh, has the colors of branches full of moss and lichens. You see
But it's not all our scaly friends, the reptiles, that we got to see. In fact, at night, there are a few mammals active as well.
The head is, the tail is also different than the rest of the opossums. It's white with black, but more white than black color. You see? Looking like if it's carrying boots.
Yeah.
Darker colors. More white than black on his tail. Super cool, right? Let's enjoy white. Awesome, I'm so happy that we did check it before continuing.
Yep, that's right, more sloths that are active at night. And we were lucky to be able to see one this close because it was actually climbing its way down the tree. But as our guide Andre said, let's just enjoy the sloth in silence.
That's not good.
The National Geographic had an article recently about how nature is just better for us. And in what ways? They had a few researchers who were talking about how being around green spaces or being in nature for even just a few days can help reduce stress levels, apparently makes you live longer, does a lot of good things for you. And so I was thinking, I live in Chicago, where half the year there's no greenery anywhere. Maybe we should just keep having sort of nature retreats. Just going out into nature for a few days and just resetting. Since it only took maybe 3 days according to the researchers, maybe it's just a long weekend. We are so disconnected from nature. So much so that I believe that some people watching this have never heard a forest for 10 seconds. So let's just take a couple seconds to do so. Close your eyes and just listen. Wasn't that nice? Well, there was another way that I got to enjoy the nature in Costa Rica. That's right, ziplining. Imagine, if you will, that you were strapped into something like this. All that's holding you up from the ground is, I don't know, maybe a rope and a clip. And then all of a sudden, you get thrown out onto a line, and all you can see below you is miles and miles of forest. What a cool way to be able to see just how unique this part of the world is. Of course, ziplining is usually seen as one of those fun things to do, but I think of it as a fun way to go out and see nature. I had a lot of fun doing these courses, and I look forward to trying it again next time I'm in Costa Rica. Well, that's all I got for you this time. See you next time. When I'm heading off to the beaches.